All right, guys, let's climb into today's market update. It's been super exciting to see this all unravel. If you're keeping up with the show, which obviously is something that I highly recommend, you would have seen yesterday. Was it this one? Let's have a look. Da 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 da. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, pause. Move towards this range, I think it was. And let's have a look. All right, so yesterday, as you can see here, we said there was a dominant trend directional change, and I provided the reasoning as to why we thought it would be the case. And yeah, we pretty much laid this down, put the arrows up, and said it's going to go up. Naturally, what happened next was exactly that. So as you can see here, not only, okay, well, first thing to point out really is that we had pointed out this price directional change way back here already. So let's express that a little bit more visually through the replay tool. Let's go to replay and put that down there. So while this price was like that, as you just saw in the video, we said it was going to do this. And as you can tell, it's done exactly that, right? So you can just let it build out, bang, 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 and there she goes. So not only did we call the price action ahead of time, but we also caught the trend directional change very early in and said what was going to happen next. It's the same thing on this end. If we expand this out, our forecast said it was going to go to where it was. So we predicted the run way ahead of time. And all the logic behind that is communicated. For example, the market structure, a higher high needs to form above the previous high. There's certain spacing that is allowed with regards to turning points before the rest of the market builds out, and so on. So pretty majestic stuff. Just to kind of walk you through the process. This is kind of speaking to the guys who've got the skeptical minds who go, oh my gosh, this is too good to be true. This is not possible, and that kind of thing. And I don't blame you for that, guys. Don't worry about it. Like, I know it's been a long journey. There's been a lot of guys who said they know what they're doing and then proven otherwise. And that's kind of why I hang out in this space, just to back pardon me, to back that up, to show you that we know what we're doing because of how tough it's been for everyone along the way. Please excuse me 1 second. And we're back. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so I can tell with the market structure that there's a certain amount of space that's left for the next turning point to go. I'm a bit all over the show, I get that, but that's just the way I operate. If you want to know what I'm talking about from a turning point perspective, please click on this little link over here. I've put some free information onto YouTube just to upskill the guys in their own right to know how to do the basics of what we're doing over here. Okay, so go to YouTube. Anyway, so 5 was over there, so 5 now becomes 6. So we're going to lay 6 down, quick sticks. Before we get to 6, I suppose I should talk about 5 for a second. I'm just trying to find it over here. So that's what we did yesterday. We said it was going to run up. It had a push against the 1/2 line. The 1/2 line's this line on the Gantt square that we love so much. Okay, so that's 1/2 line. Then it pushed up to the 5th arc. So arc number 5 is this. Let's double click. So that's arc 5. And then I said, okay, cool. The run is done. Now, what it then did was a very sneaky, tight turn to a 6 to continue the trend. And the reason why it did so was because there is a strong upward movement on this aerial view as we identified yesterday. So that it all kind of works together, guys. It's not like one doesn't work with the other. This will feed that, this will feed that. It's a very close symbiosis between the two. So let's have another look at what happens next. So I'm going to take away the 5th, which is very exciting, by the way. For the guys who profited off of this, well done. And I'll get into that a bit later on, but for now, just well done. So that goes away, and we start building out. So you put 6 down, put 6 labeled. What does this do? Nope, we need that still. Okay, so 6, then we're going to forecast 7 with it. So the 7th went into a forecast zone. Let me just zoom it out so you guys have a better view of what's going on over here. So 6 went into kill zone. As you can see, kill zone went up the 1/2 line. It went into a vertical price action style to get resisted along this 1/4. Let's just kind of get that out the way so it's nice and neat. So 1/4, and then a retrace, and it's kind of trickled back down to this 1/1 line. So we could have it that turning point 7 is not complete yet. What I mean by that is turning point 7 could still continue going and forming further on, but because I've had so much experience in this field and this arena, like this is my game, I know that with market structure spacing, that turning point 7 has already formed, because again we need to have point 8 and point 9, potentially point 10, especially if it's an uptrend. 10 will fall into the cycle to continue going up the way. Whilst I'm talking, I'm just hearing myself say, like, explain everything. And the point I'm trying to make here is that if you're not going to follow my work, if you're following some other guy, please make sure that he's able to explain his methodology the way I'm explaining it. And it's nothing to do with ego. This is just my sincere care for you, because a lot of guys out there are, and I talk about this often, they're using RSIs and whatever else, and Fibonacci numbers and stuff. And then you go to them and say, why does it work? And they can't answer the question. So what I want you to kind of notice and appreciate and give gratitude towards here is that we're being very descriptive on what is happening and why. Why does it work? How does it work? What's going to happen next? This is very important if you guys want to make a career out of crypto and take this very seriously. So again, if my work's not for you and you don't resonate with it, there's no hard feelings. But if you go to someone else, please do yourself a favor and ask the guys why. Why does this work? Why do you use it? How does it work? And if they can't answer the how and the why does it work, just rather take your money somewhere safe, because this guy's going to lose it. Anyway, so how I know that turning point 7, okay, turning point 7 will be a high. So basically I'm saying the next high, but the highs and lows are numbered, 10 points per cycle. You know this by watching the YouTube videos. So turning point 7 won't form in the 4th quadrant. Sorry, I know I go all the show at times, guys, but it's just the way I am. MTOPS Academy, if you guys don't understand the language I'm using, this language, all this explanation is there for you. So please upskill yourself at least to that point, so we can have this conversation and that you can start getting that muscle memory and getting the understanding in for yourself. So when I say these kind of things, you go, okay, yes, now I understand. Turning point 7 is forming in quadrant 3 instead of quadrant 4. And that's why turning point 8's got to form in quadrant 3. It'll be a longer run to to turning point 9. So go make sure that you're equipped. Okay, so we take the 7 away, and then we bring in the details that build this out. Let's look at turning point 8. So because again we've got a very tight kill zone, there's a lot of bundling in the kill zone. The first initial arcs, it came down over here over the 1/2 line, and then it turned around at the 5th arc. So I've already shown you in this video what I'm talking about there without going into the tools to give you its names. This is 1/2 line, and this is the 5th arc. So it came down, perfect synchronicity over there, and for that reason we've now confirmed turning point 8. So turning point 8 I'm going to take away and build that out with that structure. And now we're off to turning point 9. I can take that away. So turning point 9 is now in play. Now, why is my Gantt square as big as it is? The way why I've scaled it to this size is because in the kill zone, there was a pretty impulsive mood. There wasn't like this little bundling. It went bump, bump. It went quite energized out of the kill zone. And as you can see, it's going along this 1/4 line. Just to show you what the 1/4 line looks like. If you don't know by now, that's the 1/4 line. So it's going up the 1/4 line, it's passing through the 2nd arc, and it's finding its little climb action along this region. So I'm just going to highlight that for now. It won't stay this course all the way because turning point 9 needs to form deeper into quadrant 4. Again, guys, listen to my language, and I'm saying this out of sincerity. Listen to my language, because the rationale is it's sound, it's backed up, it's workable, it's explainable. I can talk to it till the cows come home. I'm able to back up what I'm saying with everything needs to be there. So just hear that it's got meaning and the reasoning behind it. It's not just this hope and this death cross and whatever crap that the guys are using out there. And the reason why I'm so hard on other guys is because they lose your money, man. And I care about you, even if I don't know you. I feel like you meet your family along the way, and kindred spirits join each other's paths. So if I haven't met you, I still care about you, and I still care that you get ahead in this game. Okay, anyway, so the second arc's over there, we're passing this first arc, and then it's going to retrace a little bit. So I know from experience, because of market structure and market structure spacing, that it won't continue at this trajectory that it is right here. It is going to move across because it needs to space itself out, and then just do the zigzag action into this next region. For the guys, just by the way, I don't know why I've got such a beam up on top late about this kind of thing, but again, it's because I'm coming from a place of caring. But for the guys who are obsessed with Elliott waves and that kind of thing, where's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And I mean, like, please drop the stuff that doesn't work, guys. Just, I'm offering you what does work, so rather double down on this instead. And if you want to learn more about it from a sincere perspective, because I prefer for you to have the best information available, come through to me, I can teach it to you, and then all of this can become your own, and then you'll be in self-empowered against this world of uncertainty that we're going around us right now. Okay, so let's take that away, because I know that's not going to happen. Oopsie. It's tricky. Anyway, so I'm seeing something along the lines of that. There is an absolute confluence over here, which I'm okay with. And the reason why I'm okay with it, and the reason why you should be okay with it as well, is because ultimately there is only one question here in trading. There's only one question in these markets, and that is simply this: is the price going to go up, or is it going to go down? That's the only question. All this other additional strategy and structure and tools and that kind of thing answers that one question. So if price doesn't go precisely to that point, which often it does, obviously you've seen that. If it doesn't go precisely to that point, that's totally okay. The fact that it's going up, and we know that it's going up, is all that really matters, because you're in the profit, right? And we're here for that profit and all that kind of stuff. So which will segue into my next discussion point. But maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just leave it to plain old price action and market structure today, or market update today. Yeah, anyway, so it's going to go down. Whether or not it goes verbatim along this orange arrow into this yellow mag box is irrelevant. The fact that it's going up and putting you into profit is the only thing that truly matters. The rest of it is just the finer details. How much profit? How long do I stay in here? Etc. So the fact that it's going up is super important, and that's what we're showing you time and time again. And I'm emphasizing this because I want this for you, because I know, being in this game for the last 4 years and being obsessed with it, that this works. And because it works, I want it to work for everyone. Anyway, so that's another story for another time, but I think you get the gist. I mentioned it enough. All right, so as you can see right here in front of you, like I said, it's not going to go up there. It's now retracing. I mean, this is not difficult for us. This is color by numbers. Honestly, like I don't even have to try hard. And I can see what's happening with this, because it's such a brilliant way of creating financial freedom and all that kind of stuff. And it's fun. I love what I do. Okay, I mean, just not ignore that. Okay, so now it's coming down, as I said, and I'm not saying it from a place of ego, but I'm saying it's because I want this for you guys. And let's just watch it play out. So if I bring back the aerial view, as we put out the information yesterday, it's going to continue to go up. It's not done yet. It'll go into that range. If it goes into that range, which it will, obviously, because market structure. If it goes into a range, great. If it doesn't, but does continue to go up, that's great. We've answered the question, the toughest question in the markets: up or down? And we said up. As we build this, we obviously keep our eye onto a very close watch in the market to see whether or not there is trend continuation. So already here, I can see there's a small probability that we could have this retrace for... No, it won't happen. Never mind. Let's have a look at the quarterly cycle, the 512, the bigger view. No, simply what's happening here is it's still coming down. We are entering into the bull trend of the oscillator side. So yeah, we're going to push right up. Of course, we're all immature kids, I suppose, in this market. So the number 69 is something that every man wants to hit. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get up to 69,000. So I'm going to narrow that down a bit more, and then just forget about this and then come back to it later on, and then just show you guys like how absolutely amazing everything we've worked so hard for. See how I was crawling down some more over here where my mouse is? Everything we've worked so hard to create is producing those results. Yeah, so let's leave it at that. It's been awesome hanging with you. Have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. Give lots of gratitude. Spend a lot of quality time with the people you care about. Spoil them if you can. And if you can't, do something that doesn't cost anything and spoil them anyway. All right, guys. I'll say what I've had to say. Catch up with you tomorrow. Ciao.